Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a pregnancy Q&A for you. Ben is actually learning how to drive this week, so he's not able to film with me because he is so busy learning, because we need to drive. We're so out of the city here and it's so hard for us to get around, so he also wants to be able to drive me to the hospital when I'm in labour and not get a taxi. So he is driving right now with his grandparents, so I thought that I could just film this pregnancy Q&A. I asked for questions on Instagram about pregnancy. I've had a few people ask what I've been craving, and this is actually a question that most people ask me when they see me, which is funny because I didn't think that people would be really that interested about what I've been craving. But I have not really actually craved anything like too weird. I've been craving a lot of cereal and a lot of like oats and like porridge and stuff. That was something that I could eat when I was feeling like sick in the first trimester. I crave a lot of stuff during the day, so if somebody mentions something I'll want it and I won't rest until I have it. Ben will have to go to the shop and buy something similar and make it for me, so that's a bit annoying. I think the cravings are fun, but yeah, really irritating. But yeah, I've not craved anything weird. I went for the stage of craving pickled onion crisps and I would eat 2-3 bags, and I've just been craving a lot of sugar, which is not good because you're not supposed to eat a lot of sugar when you're pregnant. So thanks for the question, guys. So what's the best thing about being pregnant? That is from Willow Wild Walker. It's hard because there's a lot of good things about being pregnant, but I would say the best thing about being pregnant is just me and Ben going through the journey together. We're so excited and it's made us like so much closer, and it's made me love him so much more, and we're just so happy all the time. Like, I don't know, it's like for a long time I was stuck in this rut and this routine, and I wanted to have something different in my life, something to look forward to. With lockdown and everything as well, you do kind of just get sick of doing the same thing every day. So this kind of brought a new part of our like relationship, and it's just like a journey that we're taking together, and it's just made me appreciate him so much more. And also I found him more attractive, which is funny. He finds me very attractive being pregnant. I think it's just nature makes you extra attracted to somebody. It's just, you know, we're made for making babies, aren't we? So what has been the hardest part of my pregnancy so far? The first trimester was just so draining. Felt sick every day and just didn't feel like myself at all. I feel like I lost my personality. Yeah, feeling sick every day is just really, really hard. If you were nauseous for 3 months, like anybody would find that difficult. Something that I've struggled with as well is feeling like I'm a burden and feeling like I am annoying people from moaning or annoying Ben because I can't eat anything, and the guilt of not being able to eat when you're in your first trimester and knowing that the baby needs food, and just battling with trying to get enough nutrients for the baby and not being sick. So that's the worst part about being pregnant, is the sickness. And even now, at least once a day I feel pretty nauseous, and you just learn over time how to get over that and what helps you feel better. So for me, like if I'm feeling really sick, usually while I'm waiting for dinner, I'll just have a bowl of cereal and it makes me feel better. What names do you love but won't be using? This one's quite hard because I have a lot of girl names I like, and we really struggled with boy names. It's quite hard to come up with a name for a baby that they're gonna have for the rest of their life. It's easy enough to think, oh, that would be a cute baby name, but when they get older, how is it going to suit them when they're older? And like in Scotland as well, our society is very like poke fun at each other and make jokes. You've got to think like, can they come up with puns in school? Like, are they going to make fun of my child's name? It's really hard to think of names. The names that I did like are Eli. I like that name, but I can't use it because it's too close to my nephew's name, Levi. I like the name Milo, and we can't use that either because Ben knows a few people with cats called Milo, so that was a no-go. They were the two names that I really liked that I won't be using. Georgia Smith asked, what foods did you eat during the first trimester? PS, congrats, love your channel. Thank you so much. My boss at work, she gave me some advice when I told her I was pregnant to eat really plain food and food that was quite dry and food that was easy to eat. What I did in the first trimester was every day before getting out of bed, Ben would take some toast to me, and I ate toast pretty much for the whole first trimester. It started off with just butter on toast, and then butter and jam, and then peanut butter and jam, which is something that I've never eaten. So a lot of toast and porridge as well. What part of being parents are you looking forward to the most? This is such a good question. If anybody that knows me personally, I've been crazy about kids and about babies. If there's any kids or babies around, I'm the one playing with the baby. Growing up, I always had dolls, prams, and would dream about being a mother, and I'm just so excited to finally experience what that is like. And after experiencing it with my nephew and realizing how much I love Levi, it really made me excited to experience that with my own child, because I knew that I would love my baby more than I love Levi, and I feel like that's not possible. It's just something that I've always dreamed of, and now I have an amazing boyfriend that is going to be such a good father, and I'm so excited to experience that with him, to just see Ben with the baby. I think I'm more excited to see Ben with the baby than I am to actually hold the baby myself. I've got a couple of questions on the labour and the birth. Have you done a birth plan yet? No, I've not done a birth plan. I'm not very organised in that way. We don't have a hospital bag made up yet. We have kind of spoke about what we want to do. So me and Ben have spoke about it, but we've just not written it down. What we're kind of planning for the birth is that if restrictions allow it, we will have my 3 sisters here, because my sisters will be back from America and Portugal, and my mum and Ben's mum to be in the house while I'm in the early stages of labour and experience it together. I love these women, and if Awani can be here too, that would be perfect, but Awani lives further down south in Scotland, and just have like a bonding moment for my family and Emma together, and just feel like the power of women, how strong women are and what women have to go through to give birth, and it's really incredible, and I would love to have them all here. I don't know how I'm going to feel at the time, but that's what I want to do, and try wait it out here as long as possible and then go into the hospital, because I was wanting an epidural for my first birth just so I could enjoy it and not be overwhelmed with the pain, and just kind of experience the birth in that way first, in the future do a natural birth. And there's also a lot of complications that can happen from having an epidural. I think any way you give birth is incredible. I think by waiting it out here as long as possible is my biggest chance of not asking for an epidural, but it's definitely not off the cards. Any painkillers they can give me and Ben are definitely going to take birthing classes, and he's going to try and be there for me during the labour. I would like to have him and my mum in the room with me when I give birth, which would be so nice, because he's quite squeamish, so it would be nice to have my mum there to kind of support me through it. Anything can happen, and you can have this birth plan and want everything to go a certain way, but at the end of the day, we just can't wait to meet our wee boy, and any way that he comes here is going to be amazing and worth it. I am excited for the day that I go into labour, and I'm also terrified. How do you feel about giving birth? I'm very intrigued to see how it feels. I'm just very excited to not be pregnant anymore and to have him here. I'm glad that I'm looking forward to it, and I'm anxious for it in both ways, because I'm scared and I'm anxious for it because I'm excited. I would like to think that I'll be able to handle it quite well. I've dealt with a lot of sore periods in the past, so this way I feel like it's given me a taster of what it could be like to give birth. Maybe that's like practice for me to train my body to deal with pain. The best thing to do when you're going into the hospital, I know it's scary, but just think, coming in here there was 2 of us, and coming out of the hospital there's going to be 3 of us, and we would like to have Ben's mum here waiting for us in the house when we come back from the hospital. Aila asked me, is Bambino excited to meet Auntie Aila? And the answer is probably. That's all the questions that I'm going to answer today. Like I said, everybody's pregnancy is different. I'm very, very lucky that I've even had the chance to experience being pregnant. If you have any more questions, just pop them in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. You could put your post notifications on. To be honest, the baby could come at any moment. You don't want to miss that. We appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't worry, in the next video Ben will be here. We will see you in the next video. Bye guys!